Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I am a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is Mr. Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro Ruiz, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D printing projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is the show we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. You gotta get a little bit closer so we're more focused.
I was about to say, let me log into the camera and adjust the focus.
The f-stop's like at 2.8.
Yeah.
Because the ISO's like at 1250.
You continue
Which
with
looks
that.
Nice. Yeah, so hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. We are hanging out in the Discord chat room. If you guys want to say what's up, we are there.
Good
Shout out
morning,
to all the
everyone.
folks. Mr. Certainly, good morning to you, sir. Good morning to Du Wester. Good morning to Pedro. He's right over there.
Over on the,
and Andy Calloway. Hello, and thank you for joining us.
over on the
this
YouTube
morning.
chat. Good morning to Brian, Imagination of Form, Arish, and Charles Manafort, who is in Palm Beach County, Florida as well. Greetings from Greece, from Brian Trance.
Cool.
And
We have
over
stuff for you
in
today.
the Twitch.
Sorry.
This is certainly is hanging out in there as well. On the Facebook, if it loads, I'll shout you out as well.
Yeah, mine's still doing stuff. All right, well, we got stuff for you today. Let's jump right into the coupon code today. It's soapy water, which is not really good for electronics, but it's a special ingredient for this week's project. If you head on over to adafruit.com/free, we can see all of the different freebies that are available this month. So they're kind of the standard stuff. For $99 or more, you get a free PermaProto, the half-size breadboard that has nice through-hole plating. For orders that are $200 or more, you get the PermaProto plus UPS ground shipping. That only applies for continental US. And then for orders that are $299 or more, you can get the shipping, you can get the breadboard, and a Circuit Playground Express. There's some more text here that says, how many freebies can I get? All of them. That's great. Limited time only? Yes. I'm just reading the stuff on the website. So again, adafruit.com/free. And you can even use the coupon code with that, with those freebies, right? Something like that. We have same-day delivery as an option for the fine folks in New York City. It's pretty cold over there, so if you need to get your stuff right away, makes sense. You can order, same-day delivery is an option in New York City. If we head on over to adafruit.com/newsletter, you can subscribe to the once-a-week newsletter. It's focused on products, as Lady Ada herself adds new products a week. This is a great way to keep track of all the products that are being added to the store. CircuitPython meetings happen every Monday at 2 p.m. This week we had a special holiday on Monday celebrating MLK, and then Tuesday we had the meeting. They normally happen on the live Discord channel. There's a CircuitPython group channel that you can listen in every 2 p.m. Eastern time on the Discord. Where's Discord? There. It's a great way to listen in to all the different happenings going on, community news, new hardware, and just a nice look at the core team, what they're working on, and folks from the community as well like to share what they're working on, what they want to work on. So it's a really nice place to engage with peoples in the community.
As the platform is being developed, which is super cool.
Yeah, and we had a new beta release today. Definitely check out newcircuitpython.org. It's got a new homepage. Let me pull it up here. It's got just nice images and lots of great words that sound good. So check those out. Yeah, it really is the easiest way to program microcontrollers. Hey, there's a lightsaber. Some good stuff here, so you can read all this stuff, and it's very nice. Let's see what else. The downloads are right here. You can get the latest version of CircuitPython. Search for hardware, either from Adafruit or stuff from the community. You can see here we now have 101 boards, LOL, which is great. You can see here all the different hardware that runs with CircuitPython, and you can get the latest version, which is beta 4. I'm not seeing it, but there is a new version that dropped.
It just came out.
Literally just came out, so it might take a minute for the site to populate all the boards because we have Travis's to build it, something like that. Yeah, so check back and check frequently for all the CircuitPython news. We also have a an awesome list. If you want even more CircuitPython, we have a list of just all the things, the newsletter, hardware, code, books, community, a nice list of everything, and it's all segmented and categorized nicely. We've got learn guides, the community links, the books, the code, the frameworks, the hardware, it's all here, and then the news. It's a great place to see all the different news letters that came out. It happens once a week, so check those out. You can click on them and see all the different news happenings. Oop, let me get the back button. Yeah, and all the social stuff. There's a lot of stuff, podcasts, events, swag. Ooh, very cool. So there you go. Awesome CircuitPython. Good job, Linka. All right. Adafruitdaily.com is the place to subscribe to the different newsletters that Adafruit creates. A lot of authors are on that, so check it out. If you want to subscribe, you have to do that manually because we don't automatically do it. So do that, and guarantee you there's no spam. All right, we're hanging out in the Discord chat room. If you want to join us, there is a link in the top of our little video here. You can see discord.gg/Adafruit. That's the link to get in there. Cool. Some last housekeeping stuff. If you are a maker looking for some gigs, or if you're an employer looking for some maker skills, definitely check out Adafruit's job boards. It's free to create a profile and post up your resume or your job listing. Just go head on over to jobs.adafruit.com. Again, it's free for the maker community. We also have a job posting too. I think we're still looking for some web developers to do some Node.js. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Switch over to the full screen just so I can do the focus pull on it.
Hi, I'm here.
Whoa.
I'm blurry. That's how I see without context.
There we go. All right. Continuing shout outs to people in the YouTube. Hello, DJ.
Hi.
And in the Facebook, finally loaded up. Good morning to Ray Vizaya.
Vizaya. I like that. Cool. Howdy, howdy.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this week's project.
Cool. Let's just jump into the overhead. Yeah, so this is this week's project. Yet another infinity mirror. There's a lot of infinity mirrors. This one uses the NRF 52840, the ItsyBitsy board. And hey, look at that. So 3D printed parts. And you have access to the USB port here for recharging the battery over USB. Or you can program it, reprogram it with CircuitPython. It's running CircuitPython. So I have a little switch here. So it's got the Trinket Lipo Backpack, and here's the effect. Here's my face. There's my nose. So this is interesting. It all snap fits together, and I got a nice look here at the battery at the bottom. I don't know. Let's take it apart. So I'm using a little spudger tool here. It's like one of my favorite tools. It's called the spudger. It's in the Adafruit shop. I can pull it up later. So let's take a look at it. So it's got a lot of snap fits. This one has some really clampy snap fits. So I'm using this tool to help me open it, just to show you guys the inside. So we're really loving this type of wire. This is silicone stranded core wire. It's the ribbon cable. It comes in different sizes, different gauges rather. We have a 28 and a 30, and I think a 26. This is 28 gauge, and we have like a 4 wire and a 10 wire. We like to use the 10 wire because you get lots of connections there. I'm only using 3 here, which works out well. And then here's the Trinket Lipo Backpack. This is held in place. It's a little loose, but that's fine. It's held in place with these little tabs. So the little PCB has the tabs in there, and this can pop out just by kind of flexing this bottom cover. And these little guys here are the 45-degree angled snap fit thingies that grasp onto little nubs on the bottom of this kind of frame edge here. There's these little nubs here, and that's what grasps onto the frame. Let's see what else. The battery here is just tacked in place, right? It's kind of free floating there, but it's tacked in place with a little bit of mounting tack. And the slide switch, I'm really happy with this one. It's got like a over-engineered holder for the slide switch. So the walls here keep it in place. This wall here gives you access to the actuator, little switchy part. And then there's a tiny little bumper there that kind of acts as a stopping point so that the switch can be pressed in. So it has to be inserted at an angle in order to fit nicely in there. But it's got really nice press fit to it, so yeah, I like it. Let's see, moving on. So the way the effect works, the infinity mirrors, is that there's two mirrored acrylic. And the thing about these acrylic discs is I didn't cut those out. They are actually already sized and cut for you. And they have that your standard 1/8 of an inch or 3.17 millimeters thickness. I'm getting really technical now. So it's two pieces of acrylic. They both have the mirrored film applied to them, and then there's a ring of Neopixel. Well, not really a ring, but it's like a 3D print. Let's just open it and take a look at the ring, so we can show you how this sandwich works. So what's interesting about this little piece here isn't just there for looks. That's actually the snap fit grabber that's on the outside, and then there's these nubs on this frame piece. So that's what keeps it. It's really, really tightly. Like this wraps all the way around. So the what did you call it? I don't know. The tonsils are really tight. So I just pop it out. Again, this pressure feels so good. So now I have that. This piece of acrylic can now come out. I have these little slots here that allows the the cable to pass through, and then we can just kind of take this out. I'm gonna try really careful to not smudge it. But yeah, here's the piece of acrylic. It's a one-way mirror. There's also two-way mirrors, but the one-way mirror, I guess, works fine here. Yeah, so that's the first piece of acrylic. And then here's the Neopixel ring. Oh, I didn't hot glue this one. Whoops. I'm supposed to hot glue the strip. So here's the strip. It's a mini skinny Neopixel strip. They're I believe 6 millimeters in width. So if you have a regular Neopixel strip, sorry. That's mean to say. It's parametric, so you can resize this. Really, it's just like one feature that if you just update it, the rest of the case will flow with it. So if you just take the extrude for this ring and say I want it to be 10 millimeters, because I believe that's the width for a regular Neopixel ring or strip, the whole design will just go with it. It'll just, yeah, it'll go with it. So there's the ring, and it also has that little slot for the thing. And then here's the other piece of acrylic, and that's the way it works. Two pieces of acrylic, got to mirror them. I was really wanting to find a piece of acrylic that already had the mirror film, because that saves you a lot of time, but I couldn't find one that was already applied, so you kind of have to do this yourself. So I recommend wearing gloves when you're like filling with this, but I don't have any right now. How are we doing? Are there any questions or? Uh-oh, the strip touched. See, this is why you want to hot glue.
Zero Prime is asking. He hasn't seen any infinity mirrors with diffused LEDs.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? Find me diffused LEDs, and I will do something. You know what?
Good thing you have two of them.
Good thing I will too, huh? All right, it's easy. It's just that, I didn't hot glue that strip because it ended up working fine. This one is just running your standard rainbow cycle, which looks pretty nice. You'll notice that there's like a I tried putting a pixel there, but it kept touching. So maybe some Kapton tape, but yeah, there's 43 NeoPixel LEDs in there. You could probably do 44, but you want to be careful with shorting it out, touching the other strip there. So it's a little note there. So there you go. That's the build. I took it apart just to show the assembly, how it all kind of clamps together. Kind of need to take a little bit more time putting that other one together, but hey, there you go. Snap fits. Yeah, I should have used hot glue on that strip. This one does have the hot glue. I should have took that one apart. Let's jump into the Learn Guide and take a look at the assembly again.
Yeah, Zero Prime is saying something in front of the NeoPixels to diffuse them. We do have these little crystals in the shop.
I keep switching it on you. I'm so sorry.
We have these little guys on here that diffuse it a little further, so these can be glued on top.
They don't really diffuse it that much. They're more of like this bedazzled look.
Yeah, but you can add some, you can glue on some diffusion to there.
Oh, I could have printed another ring that would, be sized so that it fits in the center, and it would diffuse it. That would be cool. So a ring on the inside here that's just a little bit smaller diameter, printed in white or translucent PLA.
And then Andy Calloway is saying, shouldn't the back mirror be a solid mirror? Did you try that? I thought you tried that.
I only have the one-way mirror, so I had to do with what I had. But yes, you're correct. You could just do a regular mirror on the back side, because now you can see the effect on both sides, which is kind of neat. I just went with it.
And then Imagination of Form saying that parchment paper would be good for the diffusion as well.
Ooh, how would you... Yeah, you would cut a strip and then wrap it around. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, paper or parchment paper. Yeah, that's a great idea. Good suggestion, folks. So diffusion is definitely possible. Different materials. Cool. Here's the Learn Guide. So if you go to learn.adafruit.com, you can check out the Learn Guides that came out this week. We got our one right here. Check out the video. It really has a good walkthrough of like applying the film to the acrylic, which I'm happy about. So here are the parts. They're all listed here. Most of them are in stock. If not all of them are in stock, which is rare. So, oh, it looks like we are out of stock on the ribbon cable, but hey, we're working to get more. So check them out. Here's the roll of film. It's on Amazon. You could use different film if you'd like. And then here are the acrylic discs. Again, they come pre-cut, and they come in different thicknesses and stuff. I have a little shout out here to NM Maker on YouTube, who built a very similar project. It's an Infinity Mirror Coaster, which is really cool. He built his own charging circuit to make it rechargeable, but very nice design as well. So shout out to NM Maker on YouTube. He has an Instructables too. Okay, so wiring diagram, pretty simple to, well, you got a strip and then the Trinket Lipo Backpack. That gives the ItsyBitsy board the ability to recharge the Lipo battery via USB. So it's nice because it has that JST port right on right on the board, the Lipo Backpack, so you can just directly connect your battery. You have pins for a switch, so you can turn the circuit on and off. So that's a really nice add-on for all ItsyBitsys, trinkets, etc. So there's the wired connections. The Neopixel Strip, I should say strip, not ring, connects to the 3 connections. We're sharing the ground pin, so you know, be careful with that one. The code for this, written in CircuitPython, of course, by Kattni and Roy, and it's using the LED animation library and the BLE libraries, so you can control it over Bluetooth and change the colors. This one does not have the Bluetooth stuff, so I would demo that, but I didn't get a chance to put my other one back together. So check it out. Code's on GitHub. It's pretty much similar to the Infinity Cube that Pedro put together. This one's just like a little bit less NeoPixels, really. So it's pretty similar, which is great. So check it out. I got a page here for using the Bluefruit app for iOS or Android. And if you have an Apple Watch, it also works with the Apple Watch. The BLE Connect app for iOS kind of comes with that. So that's really neat. You can change the colors with your watch if you need to. 3D printed stuff. Just 4 parts here. They're all listed there. They're oriented to print as is, the STLs anyway. We also have the step file and the Fusion archive file. If you folks want to modify it and make it fit other things or scale it up, it'd be cool to see a bigger version of it. We have the ItsyBitsy board on GitHub, and it's also in the ItsyBitsy Learn Guide. I did that like yesterday. It's on all the places. I put it on Thingiverse, Cults3D, and Prusa Prints. Shout out to those sites for staying up. And then there's some slice settings here for the parts. Pretty standard slice settings. Might need to adjust them depending on your printer nozzle, something like that. Yeah, cool. I'll probably run through these pretty quickly, but getting the switch to Lipo Backpacks, it's just wired with 2 connections. There's a nice little picture here. Thanks, Anne, for adding that picture there. Really nice tip here. I used to spend a lot of time cutting the trace on these Lipo Backpacks because you need to cut this trace here in order to make the switch work. So a really easy way to do it is to use your flush cutters, put one tip in the mounting hole, and then the other tip can be used to scrape away and cut the trace, like with one swoosh. Works really well. Pedro discovered this, and I was like, what? That's amazing. So I do it in every project now. So that's my tip there. Wire the switch. Cut the trace, wire the switch. All right, the Neopixel Strip. Again, this is the mini skinny Neopixel Strip. It has a different width than your regular Neopixel Strip. So the enclosure is designed for a mini skinny Neopixel Strip. I need to change this to say 43, but 44 might work for you. The length of it is about 305 millimeters, or 12 inches, just a foot. Yeah, you want to kind of size that depending on the strip you have. Maybe you have a low density version. That'll obviously be different. Yep. Cut it, remove the sheathing. Again, I really like this wire, the silicone ribbon wire. It works really well. It stays nice and bundled together, so it's nice. I like it. It's pretty flexible too. So that's great. Here we go. Moving on to the Lipo Backpack wiring. Just 3 connections. What is it? Background and 5 volts or USB on the ItsyBitsy. Yeah, it looks pretty clean with that ribbon cable, man. I'm telling you, the ribbon cable really keeps your projects clean. So I'm digging it. There we go. ItsyBitsy wiring. What are we wiring here? The strip, of course. So the strip. I started onto the bottom of the board. That way I can share the ground pin. And make sure you test your strip along every step. Yeah, so the acrylic disc, the mirrored film, cut the mirrored film, cut several pieces so you have extra ones. I'm wearing gloves. I got the serving tray, use tape to peel the corners. I'm just rushing through this. Watch the video because it really walks through it much nicer than I am right now. Soapy water, that's the coupon code, and that's the special ingredient that makes these two surfaces adhere nicely together. Soapy water. It comes with a squeegee tool, the Brolo film. It comes with this really nice squeegee tool. I like it. And paper towels. It took me a couple tries to get this because I've never done that before, like applied film to glass or acrylic. So it takes a couple tries. I believe in you. You can do it. Rinse and repeat. So I did 2 of them. All right. Where are we at? Case assembly. Well, I kind of showed you that. Definitely I should have followed my own advice of using hot glue. And then you got a really nice secured strip. Cleaning the acrylic. I'm using the alcohol wipes for glasses. Those work really well because they don't have any dust. Paper towel tends to have little fibers and stuff. So there we go. Yeah. That's it. Walks you through all the steps to build your own infinity mirror. How exciting. Are we pumped? Coupon code soap and water. Unless can take any questions.
I'm posting all the links in here. Jim 2386 is asking, does the code have limiting the current because of how many NeoPixels on there? Mark explained this the way that the ItsyBitsy has a special pin on there.
Yes.
That is able to push the NeoPixels on there. It's pin 5. I don't remember the whole spiel, but you can look at the data sheet for the ItsyBitsy and all the pins and how they're all working. I think she actually explains it in the video for the product.
Yeah, it's a special voltage pin too that can automatically switch to USB or the battery depending on whichever one has more voltage. So that's neat.
Yeah, and remember that Lamar looks at all these circuit diagrams before any of these projects are released, so
she approves it.
She approves all of these.
It works. I love that.
It's actually Lamar and Ann Barella who are checking on every single one of these projects before they're released.
Yes, thank you so much, folks.
It's actually Lamar who suggested all of these projects too.
Yes. Otherwise, I don't think I would have built one.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
But it's such a cool effect. It's really neat.
Let's see what else we got here. There's another one on. Just comments on smoke and mirrors, mystical mirrors.
Double. Wait, did I kill it? Yeah, I killed it. It's probably the ring. Troubleshooting. Super fun.
Oh, and DeWooster and I forget who else, Deo was saying that we should add some wireless charging on there. We did preview a little prototype of that.
There's room in here for it.
Adding the little wireless adapters that we have for, they're supposed to be for the mobile phones, but that definitely works where you can have wirelessly powered. You just set it on top of the charger, and it would light it up and charge up the battery that way. So you could definitely add that in there. There's enough room in the case to add that on the bottom maybe. So
My
wireless
battery's
charging is definitely a cool way to go on that.
Yeah, just to make sure that we didn't blow out anything out. There is voltage protection on these boards.
Yeah,
Protection
I
diode.
totally wired one of those wrongs and it wouldn't turn on
There
until
we
I
go,
fixed
folks.
it.
See, it's just the battery really is dead.
Yeah, it's a pretty
I
old
didn't
battery
short
too.
it. And even if I did short it, it has a protective diode that prevents the voltage from exploding the board. Cool. Looking like a proper project now with all the guts spilled all over the table. Like the selfie camera here. It's
Oh, that
looking
would
at
make a
itself.
selfie camera, huh? Cha-ching.
Cool. All right, well that's the acrylic mirror. I had a lot of fun designing the thingy. Again, shout out to NM Maker on YouTube. He kind of figured this out, how to sandwich the things together. I just added my snap fits features to it, and I think it came out pretty well. I like that switch holder too. It's pretty interesting. I like the color choice too, purples and blues. Really separates the parts so you can see what the heck's going on.
Yeah. Arish is asking, do we offer lease options for your products? I've never heard of that, where you can like lease a product and swap it out. Maybe your makerspace, like your local makerspace might be able to do that, but I'm pretty sure we don't do that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Leasing out the product.
All right, let's go
Cool.
ahead and jump into this week's, what are we, prototyping?
Excellent. I'll switch it to your camera, and then
Oh, was it me?
yep, it's your
Start
turn.
with mine
Yeah, go ahead and
first.
take that out.
So upcoming February holiday is Valentine's here, and Lamar had a good idea to make a nice little heart-shaped NeoPixel little, I guess, Valentine gift. She saw this really cool one by, what was it again? Yuri.
He's a freeform sculptor like Mahid.
Yeah, he does a lot of really cool sculpting projects, and he did a really nice heart-shaped one with the brass connections. He dipped it in resin, and Lamara is asking to have us make one out of to custom design a PCB so we can solder on little 50/50 LEDs on there. So I mocked one up using our mini skinny strips. So this is just held together with tape and the little silicone coated wires for the connections. And we're running the, what was this? The CircuitPython code on here for the,
Oh yeah, so
what
this
was that one project?
So, Logan's Run
Yeah.
was the project, and it's like a little NeoPixel gem that you put on your palm,
Mm-hmm.
and it would pulsate to let you know that you're 30, and it's time for you to die.
Yeah, so this nice little flexible NeoPixel strip in the shape of a heart. It's doing that nice little heart beating there.
8-bit heart.
Connected up to a ItsyBitsy NRF. There's a 52840.
52840.
So of course we're in CircuitPython, and it's nice and small. I just wanted to make a mock-up one for anybody who doesn't have a CNC and wants to get their Valentine gift ready in time for the 14th.
Yeah, I'm feeling some Wow Electronic vibes from this.
Yeah.
If you ever look at Wow Electronics on Instagram, a lovely gentleman who creates masks that are just all NeoPixels, different shapes, and very similar kind of method of cutting up a bunch of strips and then forming a shape out of them. Very, very cool.
Yeah, so nice, flexible. I have the tape on the back here so it can't short anything out if you decide to use it as a wearable. So if you cut over to the main camera there, it's nice and slim enough to actually put in to some sort of wearable like that. So you can put it on your got a shirt or something.
Cool. Tanya Fish on Twitter posted
just
this
saw
like
that,
a couple, maybe an hour ago. Like she has a big one across her chest. It looks amazing. So very, very cool. Great diffusion there.
All clothes and fabric offers nice diffusion on that, and it's super skinny. can fit this anywhere. So it's a nice little shape.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get some code on there to like scroll some text around there.
Yeah, and you know
Very
what
nice.
Tanya Fish also has? She has the heart rate on her finger, so it's like showing her real heart rate.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Shout out Tanya Fish on Twitter.
Yeah, so this will be out a couple days before Valentine's Day. We'll go through, or Noah's going to go through how to get your EagleCAD file or from Fusion into Eagle or vice versa, and build a nice custom PCB heart shape. And I'll go in there and do all the soldering for this.
Yeah, thank you.
That'll be fun.
I'll have to balance it out. So yeah, that'll be fun. Yes.
Yeah, Arish is saying that you should probably cut the shape out of the mirror, like maybe CNC the mirror and have that be like the infinity heart-shaped mirror. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool. Yeah.
And send your beating heart to a loved one. So yep, that's all be coming up in the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
And
so cool.
then you're doing a cool collab project as well.
Yeah,
with,
let's plug it in.
With,
So this
Brent?
is a collab. No.
Oh, with
that's the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is a
couple of
collab with Liz Clark, who is a fellow Adafruit guide author, and she has a YouTube channel, Blitz City DIY. You might have seen her stuff. Check her out on YouTube. This is the PyPortal Titano, and she coded up an updated weather station. And we have these two buttons on the top of the case here. They're the stemma buttons, so we can use those to dismiss or stop or snooze. Yeah, one's dismiss. Wait, snooze is dismiss. Wait, something like that. We're still working on it. Yeah, so this is really cool. She had the idea to make it retro looking, like the graphics. So it's using an 8-bit font, and we put together some of these retro fonts. And it's cold in Boston. It's 53 here. It displays the date as well and the time. There's a lot of space on the Titano screen, so there's a lot of different things we can play with. The reminder, so it's going to have it has built-in reminders, so that you can add your own reminders in a little Python file. So if you need to take the garbage out, or remember to eat or drink water or something, you can program those in and use the touchscreen to dismiss it, or the buttons at the top, which is really neat. So that's a work in progress. I think we'll see it in maybe a week or two. Yeah. All CircuitPython, of course.
Yay.
Yeah. So shout out to Liz for working on this.
And then the other one, which I think we'll save for next week, the IoT planter is being worked on as well.
Yeah, I have it over there.
Cool. That's why I thought this one was
I know.
The shape is so similar.
Yeah, this case works out. I'm using it for two different projects, the weather station and this smart little planter that will tell you when it needs to be fed.
Cool. Jeff Barr over in the Facebook chat is asking where the STLs are for the Infinity Mirror, I believe.
Yeah, they're
they
in the
are
Learn
always
Guides.
in the Learn Guide. I'll post a direct link to them as well. I'll find a link for that.
Yep, there are these green buttons too on the Learn Guide. So we got them on Thingiverse, Cults, and Prusa printers in case any one of those go down. We used to put them on GitHub, but it takes a minute to upload a 10 megabyte step file, so I'd rather not do that. But if you just want the parts like the ItsyBitsy PCB or the trinket or even the battery or the switch, we have those in a separate CAD GitHub repo. And folks can submit pull requests if you want, or issues if you have a request for a part. The latest one that I added was the ItsyBitsy. So they're all here. The way it works is the part number, the PID, the product ID for Adafruit is in the beginning, and then followed by the actual name. Lots of parts. Yay. Bet building more. Cool.
Definitely got to add that in there to the script, the Feed Me Seymour line for the IoT planter project.
Yeah. Is that the Shop of Horrors or something, the movie? Yeah, I need to see that again. Cool. Back over to the coupon code, soapy water. Does not go well with electronics, but it was the special ingredient this week. Soapy water. Gets you 10% off your order. Works with everything in the shop except for the gift certificate and the subscriptions to AdaBox. By the way, AdaBox is happening. Go to adabox.com. What a segue. And you can see Cyber Santa. Sean Park is Cyber Santa. We have a countdown, 60 days, 13 hours, and 23 minutes. So get on that, please, if you haven't subscribed yet. Look at these lovely people getting their AdaBoxes.
Oh, yeah. There certainly is asking for the Instagram link for the Neopixel masks.
Okay.
I found it. Here it is. Yeah, definitely worth a follow. A ton of awesome Neopixel strip shaped projects that he works on, masks and gloves. Lots of really cool shapes.
Yeah, it's epic. Elec-Tron. Elec-Tron.
I already sent him the link.
Perfect. Yeah, these phenomenal things. Look at this ball.
Nice and inspiring,
Giant
yeah.
ball.
Really cool way to make the ball instead
Ooh,
of
look at these
having to do
colors.
all of the little individual Neopixels. He does everything with the
Wow,
strip.
Look at these bras.
Oh,
These
those are so cool.
Dope.
Yeah. And I like the way that he does the mapping for these as well.
A
So
fellow
cool.
fan of ribbon cable.
Yeah,
as you
it's so
can see
cool.
here.
Oh, I like those shoulder
So
pads.
clean. Look at the bunny mask. Super cool. I like how he labels everything. Hey, I think I know that app. I forget the name of it. Anyway, definitely give a fellow a follow.
Duester is saying that he's been trying to get the weather station to work on his Titano. GitHub's been slow. I just saw Brent. I think he just pushed out some updated code, so
Okay.
definitely worth a look again. Or actually,
Sweet.
no, this was for the plant project.
Yeah, the plant project.
Definitely check back when I think
Mhm.
next week, right? Is when this will be released.
Yeah, I
The-
think next week is Planter, and then Weather
Ah,
Station,
gotcha.
and then the Heart.
Yeah, it's being worked on right now.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
just that with all the code changes,
Which
there's
reminds
lots of
me, I gotta get
merging
the show
and
done
stuff.
so I could get some of the assets. So I gotta make those bitmaps and generate those fonts.
Yeah, that's what he's asking for.
For like, hey, where's
Where's
the
my
most
stuff?
assets? Like, man, I gotta do the show. Shout out Brent.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into community makes. We can speed this up a little bit.
Yeah, you got it.
Actually, start with the other makes before the time
Sure.
lapse, so I can
Sure.
plug this guy in and all that.
Okay, well, we got some makes this week. So shout out to Haletic on Thingiverse for posting his make of the Pi Girl 2 builds. He modded it so that it has 4 shoulder buttons, which is really cool, so you can play PSX games, PlayStation games. Very cool. Let's see. Yeah, it works great, he says. Printed on Acrylic Ender 3 Pro. That looks really nice. So that's a really good remix or upgrade mod. Remy Plastic on Thingiverse posted a make of these laser cut acrylic. Actually, they're 3D printed. You don't have to laser cut. This is a really old project from 2009. It's like a business card. I'm not sure how to hypotrochoid business card. It's like spiral graphs. Yeah, very cool. Kingdom Hearts, yet another Keyblade. Lee Maker 95 posted this up on Thingiverse. His make of the Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. It's a nice build, printed with the Anycube i3 Mega S and a Predator. Love it. Thank you. Yes, it's great. I like it. It's a fun one. Mario Boo Planner, nice make here by Mystic Metal. Printed this out on his Prusa i3 MK3 using Princess Slicer. Really nice. Painted it with some acrylic. You got these nice gyroid infill vibes. Very neat. All right, and then we're gonna play the time-lapse video this Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we 3D print a design from the community, do a little time-lapse video on it, and sometimes we put electronics in it. So this is the Starship, the BFR, one of the earlier prototypes.
Yeah, there's a couple different versions. This one's the 2018 model.
Yeah, AliShug posted this up. STLs are on Thingiverse, and it's been hollowed out, so we put this ultra skinny Neopixel strips inside inside the spaceship. I think Pedro also tweaked the mesh at the top.
So
that it was a little bit
he
thicker.
designed this as a dual extrusion print, and the windows actually were not hollow. So I had to do some editing for that to get the lights in there, and it looks pretty cool with all of the. Turn down the f-stop on the camera here.
Or we
So I
could
can-
do overhead real quick, but yeah.
It's not gonna fit.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
get
huge.
to the
What's it
to
like?
the F on here. All
There
right,
you
there we go. And it is sort of a variant of the BFR for 2018. Had its Neopixel rings on the bottom, and what this is supposed to be is like a nightlight
Yeah.
for into rockets and all that. So the top portion here comes off, and then you can split the two pieces in half to see the inside of that. And like you were saying, we are using the ultra skinny Neopixel strips. First time working with these guys. They're so teeny tiny. Now you can jump over to the overhead and see how tiny these guys are.
They
They're
are
bitty bitty. So they are connected to just a little Trinket M4. And
M0.
first time M0. First time working with these, and a little tricky in terms of how small they are, because the power for these are actually right on the bottom. I don't know if you can see the pads for those.
Yeah, it's double-sided, so there's two pads on the top and then one pad on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bit of a weird
Yeah,
thing
when I
about
tried-
daisy chaining them.
Yeah, when I tried daisy chain them, it just wouldn't work. So all of them are all hooked up to the same pin on the Trinket there. So if you're working with these, just be aware of that.
Yeah, they also have a sticky adhesive backing, which
Yeah.
helped out here because
Mhm.
we can stick it to the surface.
I can actually see here, I didn't completely take it off since the way that it's held in there. It's just press fits into the inside of the grill there. And a nice size for fitting them into nice small enclosed spaces. So a nice
Yeah.
little way to make like a night light out of a nice little SpaceX launch, which I didn't. When I print these out, I didn't realize the launch date was going to be right on the couple days after the time lapse. So like it's pretty much like space season. Everybody's been tweeting about a bunch of different space projects. NASA is like even Lego is releasing like some nice
Right.
little Lego sets.
Nope.
So
And
these are again, yeah. So I got Python to do the fire down here.
yeah, 1515 LEDs. That's the footprint
So
size.
thin, so tiny.
They're as small as the capacitor. So they come in a strip of 75. That's half of a meter long. Oh,
Andy Calloway saying it'd be cool to put a smoke machine inside that. Yes, that would
That'd
be
be
so
dope.
awesome.
Yeah,
There's
have
definitely a way to
sound effects too.
Yeah, sound effects and all that. There's definitely a way to add a lot more electronics into the I forget what it's called, like the base part of this, the bottom section of it.
There's probably some clues in the data sheet about daisy chaining them. I haven't had time to look at it, but we do have a data sheet, and it looks
The
pretty
data
good.
sheet has that labeled wrong, and then
Oh,
even our
no
product
way.
description has it labeled wrong. They say it one way there, they have it drawn a different way.
Welcome
in the
to
diagram.
the world of data sheets.
But yeah, the
That's funny.
power pad is on the bottom, and then
That's so
the
funny.
arrow is actually ground, not the input. But definitely.
Oh, it says right here, the strip can be linked to it, can be linked to 1.5 millimeter long if powering from one side. Yeah.
I tried. It
I
didn't
don't,
work.
yeah. Anyway, folks, we tried. So you want to pick up this LED strip with a iffy data sheet? Come on, it's a data sheet. At least you get, something. Soapy water. Don't use soapy water on your strip. They're in stock.
Yes, we did print this at 100% scale. There was no scaling
oh yeah,
of
I'm
it.
sorry. Let's go back to the.
There's actually that
AliShug-
bottom piece that I
AliShug?
did not make.
Oh yeah.
And you can see here, he did
Yeah, it
make
is
it
dual
for
extrusion.
dual extrusion, so I did have to do quite a bit of tweaking to get this just to be a single print. If you go into the remixes, I did tag it in there.
Four remixes.
And you can see the...
Oh, they made the fins.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I made it so that the window grill is not translucent. It doesn't have that one part, so you can have the...
Right, so you can see through it.
See through it.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, because it's mixed with black and white delay.
I mean, I guess you could do it with like translucent filament, but...
Sweet, a couple of folks have built it.
Yeah.
Smaller version. Nice.
Yeah,
these are
super
fun.
Cool model.
Excellent. Thank you, AliShug, for posting up his design. Very good. All right, and that's all the community makes this week. Did I miss anything? Let me look at the notes real quick.
Oh, yeah. Just quick shop talk thing on adding an additional fan to the CR10 Pro.
Let me know when you're ready, because the video is going to start as soon as I go. Ready, and... Whoop, wrong video. Here we go.
I think we replayed that one, right?
I think it's this one. Yeah, all right.
So I've seen a lot of mods for adding a second blower fan, but they're all like the super noisy ones. Pause it here.
You might want to... This is the Creality
CR10 V1
Pro V1. The V2 has a different cooling fan. It's all nicely injection molded and has nice.
You can't rewind the
fans.
video, can you?
I can play it again from the beginning.
I'll pause it there. You can see that, like I was saying, there's a bunch of mods for adding an additional fan to the left side of the print head.
It's for the V1. The V2 kind of solves all these issues. They're not, it's an issue. All
right. But they're always using like the really loud blower fans.
Yeah.
Not a lot of mods for using like the thin, quiet, the brushless bearing ones. And I'll link to the fans that I'm using here. But surprisingly, I didn't have to mod any, I didn't have to print anything for the attachment. There's like these holes right on the side that this is able to attach to. So just screwed that in, and I'm just sharing the connection between the other fan on the right side.
Okay.
And I'm just creating like a little Y cable to share the power and the ground for this. And that worked very well. Okay. Continue there. And I just got to solder right by it is the only little obstacle for that.
I like how the bed becomes a work surface.
More than once. And then I did have to design this blower fan because I'm not using the BL Touch on this one. I've seen a lot of people having problems with firmware for it, so I'm just leaving the Z Probe on there. And just Infusion created this little two little blower fan shroud for it, so it can go around the Z Probe. I'll play that.
Just trying to charge my infinity mirror.
And those just plug into the bottom of the fan, and the screws for the bottom go on there as well. I did have to redesign the shroud for the other side. Pause that too.
Oh boy, sorry. Let me do it again.
You just had to update it just so I could get more flow on there.
Oh, I know, I keep hitting the wrong command. Shift, Command, Shift, P, come on. Got it.
Yeah, here's you can see the side view of both shrouds. And what I'm doing here is just showing a little piece of paper towel just to show where it's blowing the plate. And it does a really good job of cooling now. And I tested it out with this little light switch that was printing super like warped.
Yeah, like super dribbly.
Mm-hmm. And it does an excellent job now of being able to print these crazy overhangs. Keep playing. There's the before.
Oh my gosh, it's all melted.
And the after.
It's sad.
So if you want to get some more cooling power to your CR10
You'll post the Thingiverse later?
V1, yeah, I'll post this on Thingiverse.
You're right,
I gotta
Pro
reprint this
V1.
in nylon or PETG since
It'll melt?
Yeah, I already had one of them start to droop just a little bit.
Oh boy. Yeah, again, the V2 of the Creality CR10S Pros have much better designs.
Imagination Form is saying that he was able to get the 2.2 BL Touch to work fine.
Cool.
Please link the firmware that you're using.
Yeah. On the Discord.
I want to check that out. I think that's it.
Is that a Pokemon?
Nice little way for.
Slowpoke?
Oh, for Twitch.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yes, airflow is a must.
Yeah, especially for snap fits.
Oh yeah, the
45
little
dB.
nubs, we were having trouble printing those out on the CR10 Pro V1.
Cool.
All right, cool. I think that's
All
going to
right.
be it for this episode.
Excellent. Join us later tonight. We're going to do a show and tell. That starts at 7:30 p.m. It happens every Wednesday. Same time, same bat channel. And then later is Ask an Engineer with Lamar and Phil. A full hour of DIY electronics, open source hardware, CircuitPython news, sneak peeks, and much more. So check it out every Wednesday at 8 p.m. for Ask an Engineer. There will also be a new coupon code.
And then tune in tomorrow for John Park's workshop. He's going to be showing off a lot of really cool BLE controls like knobs and
Yep.
keyboards. And there'll be another coupon code then as well. Every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join
Check him
John
out.
Park, check out his workshop and all the cool projects he's working on. He's gearing up for another ADA box. So if you want to know what is going to be in it,
Yeah.
there'll be some hints and sneak peeks of that. So
Yep.
definitely tune in every week for that.
Make Code Minutes, Make
Yeah.
Code Game of the Week,
Mm-hmm.
and special something. There's always
Lots of
special
cool little
something.
sneak peeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys been watching 3D Hangouts. Happens every Wednesday. Used to happen on a Thursday.
Did it?
Yeah, long time
Long
ago.
time ago. Cool. Well, thank you guys for joining us again. Don't forget the coupon code for today is Soapy Water. Please don't use soapy water in your electronics. We'll see you guys later tonight. I hope to see you on Show and Tell. You can share your projects. But until then, until next week, remember to make a great day. And yeah, remember.
See you tonight, folks.
Bye.
Bye.